Yo, what's up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in to my next episode. I am glad to tell my stories about my experiences that I had to you guys again.
Now, recently, I have been asked by many of my friends, neighbors, and coworkers about the solar panels that I had installed to my house. Most of them don't understand how the process works, and most of them understood the wrong process. So, I am here to tell you all about it, and I hope that you can gain the knowledge and understand how the process works from this story that I'm about to tell you. Alright, let's get to it. I have been interested in solar panels for about 2 decades now. I always wondering what the hell were on the roof of those houses when I passed by. They looked like a black rectangular glass sitting on top of the roof. Some of them cover the whole roof, and some of them cover just half the roof. Some will have the metal pipes running alongside of the roof, and some there are no metal pipes. And I was, kind of curious about what the hell was on top of that roof, so I decided to do some research online. I've been doing research off and on about the solar panels for a while until I decided to do research heavily in 2015 to 2020. That's 5 years of researching about solar panels and how it works. I have been reading a lot during those 5 years, and I have been calling around to different solar companies and asked them how the process works, and I told them what I was, that I was interested in installing solar panels onto my house. I have been setting up many appointments with a bunch of solar companies around where I live, which is Dallas Fort Worth area, to come to my house and get a quote on how much it costs and if my house is qualified for solar panels installations. The first thing most solar companies asked me was if I am the owner of the house that I am currently lived in, because they won't install the panels if I rented the house. They wanted to know the year of the house was built, because if the roof structure of the house is very old, like 50 or 60 plus years or more, it's not going to be very safe, and the roof might collapse because of the weight of the solar panels. And not only that, the condition of the shingles as well. If the shingles are very old, like on those, 50, 60 plus year old houses, you might want to replace them before the solar panel installations. But either way, they still have to come out to see the condition of your roof no matter what before the installation. After that, they will want to know your address so they can look up from the satellite to see which part of your roof is the hottest, and that they can start to design where the solar panels needed to be installed. Once that's done, they will need to calculate your electric bills for a whole year. So if you don't have your electric bill for a whole year, or you just moved into a house, less than a year, it's kind of hard for them to calculate it. So they want the whole year just to be precise on how many panels you needed. Now we're getting into the benefits of having the solar panels on your roof. Solar panels are not just produce energy for you; they help keep your roof cooler because they prevent heat from getting down to your roof during the hot summer days, and during the winter time, they help preventing heat loss from your roof because heat rises to the top. So you can say that solar panel is kind of like a shield for your roof. And solar panels these days are very durable and impact resistant. They can protect your roof from hail damage and any mother nature that happen to your roof. And if they do breaks or damage from a hailstorm, the solar company will replace them for free because they warranty their panels up to 25 years. So you don't have to worry about that for a long time. And not just that, having a solar panels will cut off the Encore charges. I bet you don't know that, do you? So what is Encore? Encore is a regulated electric transmission and distribution provider. In other words, they are one of the one that send electricity to your house. So that's an easy word for you. Now, don't get mixed up if you have like TXU, Direct Energy, or Reliant Energy, or any other energy provider out there. They are just a company that generates and sells the electricity to you. For example, like when you're buying a car, you don't buy a car from the factory where they produce the cars. but you buy a car from a dealership. You know, you know what I'm saying, right? So the factory that make the car is like Encore, and the car dealerships are like the energy provider. So I hope that you kind of gain the idea what I was talking about, right? So, anyways, if you go look at your electric bills or electric statements, from your energy provider, you will see a charge from Encore, which they will charge you about 65% or so from your energy usage. So, if your energy provider charge you a total of $100 from your usage, Encore will charge you about $65. That's a total of $165 right there. And your energy provider will also charge you for a base charge, which mine was $5 plus gross receipts, tax reimbursement, and 1% sales tax. So these charges added up, at the end, you're going to pay close to $200. These nonsense charges can be avoided by installing the solar panels on your roof. Now it's very easy to get solar panels installed. Most companies now offer zero money up front, and they have many options for you to choose from. You can lease the panels to save on electric bills, or you can purchase the panels with the financing option. Now, if you lease the panels, you won't get the tax credit from the government though, but you will get a tax credit if you purchase the panels. And that's what I did. I purchased the panels by financing with them with zero down payment and no money up front at all. Now, tax credit is dropping every year. The federal solar tax credit started around, I believe, January 1st of 2006, if I'm not mistaken. So if you had the system installed between that time till December 31st of 2019, you'll get about 30% tax credit, and you'll get 26% tax credit for the system installed in 2020 till 2022, and you'll get 22% for the system installed in 2023. And there's the bad news though, that the tax credit will expire starting in 2024 unless Congress decide to renew the tax credit. So you will not know if they're going to renew it or not, and if not, that should be the end of federal solar tax credit. So it's a gamble, 50-50 chance. So right now, it's not too late to get your solar panels installed. I had mine installed in mid of 2020. Now, let's backtrack for a little bit. They calculated my electric bill for the whole year, and they came up with 37 panels to cover 100% of my electricity usage. Oh, one other thing though that I wanted to mention is that you can choose the percentage for the panels to cover your electric bills, but I chose 100% because I don't want to pay my electric bills in the long run. So they quoted me about 48 grand for 37 panels, and with the federal solar tax credit, which is 26% of that, I got about 12,000 ish back, which make my solar panel cost about 35 grand, 35 and a half actually. And that's a pretty good deal that you'll get 26% off the money back, but I wish I can get 30% back though. But 26% is pretty good enough, because it's free money right there. All right, now let's move on. If you're living in a community that has a homeowners association, or in other words, HOA, which is, I don't know why they existed, it's a waste of money. So the solar company will get that approved for you. They will send the blueprint out with the specs and the location of the panels to be installed on your roof to the HOA for you. Once that approved, the solar company will come out to install your system. Once it's done, they will set you up with an app for you to download and register your new system. The app actually will monitor your panels and keep track of your solar production in a day, week, months, or a whole year. You will also receive email from them for your solar production on a monthly basis. So you will you will also have to contact your energy provider and let them know that you had the solar panel installed on your roof. Then the city will send someone out to your house to do the inspection of the system before they turn the system on. So that's usually take within 1 day or so, or a couple hours if they have an inspector available on site. The good news is that once the system turned on, you'll see the panels working instantly and you'll get to use some of that power that the panels produced. And that is during the daytime. And the panel won't produce anything at night. I just wanted to mention that it's going to take about a month or so for your energy provider to get your solar system in place before you can see your solar production. And it'll take another 2 to 3 months before you accumulate the electricity credit. I just wanted you to know this, that the first a couple of months you will have two bills, which one bill will be from your energy provider and another bill will be from your purchase of the solar panels. Once your panels produce plenty of electricity, you will get a bill credit from your energy provider. So, what it is that you will use electricity from your provider first, and at the end of the month, they will show you the kilowatt that your solar panel produced. So, if that month you used about 900 kilowatts and your solar panels produce 1300 kilowatt, they'll take that 900 kilowatts from that 1300 kilowatts and you'll have 400 kilowatts left, which is the profit that your solar panel made for you. Oh, I forgot to mention that you have to sign up for the solar buyback program with your energy provider. Make sure to choose one-to-one rate with your energy provider. So what is a one-to-one rate? One-to-one rate is your energy provider will buy back your electricity at the same price that you are buying from them. So let me give you one of my example. When I call my energy provider to let them know that I installed solar panels on my house, I had to sign up with them on a solar buyback program, which it will be a new rate. So some of the rate might be cheaper and some might be higher. My energy provider had only one rate for me at that time for me to choose from, so which is 15 cents per kilowatt, which is pretty high, but they will buy it back at the same rate, which is 15 cents per kilowatt. And that's what I meant, one-to-one rate. So what if you can't get, one-to-one rate? Well, you need to find other energy provider that will give you that rate. If your solar panels produce more than what you use each month, you'll get a credit from them. In your billing statement, it will show a negative balance, which means they owe you money. If your statement shows negative $100, that means they owe you $100. And if the following month it shows even more negative again, that means they owe you more money. Don't forget though that you can't cash the money out from your energy provider. You can only cash it out only if you decide to leave your energy provider to the new provider. They will send you a check for the amount that they owe you. And right now, my energy provider owes me close to $1,000 already. So, in other words, my solar panels produce more than what I've used each month. So that's a good thing. So that's mean I got my solar panel make me money. The good thing is that solar panel increase overall value for your home by about 3 to 4%. But you know, most people don't know that. And if your house is located in an area that electricity prices are higher than average, then you're probably going to see an increased value more than 4% for sure, because it depends on the location. So that's a plus right there. And remember that solar panels produce electricity all year round, including on the coldest day, except on the rainy days or cloudy days. Other than that, they will produce more during the summertime than the wintertime because the summertime has longer daylight than the wintertime. Well, that's a wrap for this episode. I hope that I cover everything about the solar panels and how the process works when you have the solar panels installed on your house, and how the solar panels help you save money in the long run. Please stay tuned for my next episode on how I doubled up my solar production from 100% to 200% without adding extra panels.
Thank you for listening. Until next time. Oh, and don't forget, like I always reminded you in every episode, live your life to the fullest because you only live once.